Alright guys, so this is FilterBlade.XYZ. This was made by Neversink, the creator of Neversink's loot filter. It's kind of a work in progress, but the current issue, this is the beta. It allows you to create your own loot filter with visual displays of everything that you're creating as you go. So this is, you can select a base filter right now, which I'm going to be editing Neversink's Uber Strict on Slick. You can choose whatever base filter you want and you can edit it off of that. So this is what it normally looks like, right? I'm going to be going through and making my own specific filter for off of his base filter for my Jorhas and my weapon character. So let's see. Vendor recipes, you can literally just toggle things on and off. If you want to see chromatic items, you just hit show. If you want to see gem cutter prisms, I'm going to want to see anything above 12% quality, so I'm going to lower this to 12%. And then anything above that will be shown. Low quality gems, I don't want to see. Zero quality gems, I don't want to see. You can turn on cartographer's chisels for hammer recipes. Like, you can just do this with everything. I like 20% quality flasks personally. It's kind of like a preference thing. You don't need to do this. Let's see. You can change the colors as you go. I'll be setting a lot of things to teal in this. Maybe if I can get the color balance right. No. Okay, so Jeweler's Orb, 6 sockets. I always want to see, obviously, so I want these to be teal as well. I'll try to just copy paste this code so I have the color set. Tier list. You can change the tiers of all currencies and whatnot. I usually make these bigger because I have really bad click accuracy, so I just like boost the size of every currency that I want to actually pick up. Like so. And then I want to see transmutes and whetstones, so I just drag them up. You can, I usually just drag all of these all the way up because I want to pick up all of those things. And then just have these be a little smaller. But you can just edit as you go. I don't want to see scrolls that often. I will show them, but they're going to be really, really tiny, and they're not going to have a border color, which is this one. So I'll just make this transparent, make the background color transparent, make the text like noticeably different colored from everything else, so it'll be black, so I can barely see them. It'll be there, but I can barely see them. And then you can change the unique tier list. You can drag these wherever you want. I don't touch these because he has them based on like the value, the market value of everything, so you don't really need to fuck with this, but you can if you want to. Tier list div cards, same shit. You can drag these up and down. Again, I don't ever feel the need to edit these because they're fine as is. You can change the, if you want to see, like, if you want to highlight the fuck out of added chaos damage or whatever, you can do that. General crafting rules, these ones are like item level based, so this is I-83 to 84. I don't usually mess with this either. I just turn them all on because I want to be able to pick up I-84 plus jewelry pieces, and then I don't want to see chain belts actually. No chain belts. Okay, everything else is fine. Actually, no gold amulets either. But yeah, it's just like, it's totally, it's very, very intuitive, and it's very nice. I just like, you can do whatever you want with it. I show all of the weapon bases and stuff like that because I want to be able to craft with them, but you don't have to. I mean, it's just, it's preference, right? I'm just making this myself. Warbands items, I like to see these. They only drop from specific zones, so their item level is based off the minimum level of those zones, which is in maps. And then Chaos Warbands, same shit. These only drop from the, let's see, Shipyard, Beacon, Sulfur Waste, I believe, for those 3 types. And then Chaos is only in Overgrown Ruin, so that's why the item levels are so specific. SRS Crude Bows, you can choose these if you want to. I actually turn these on because they're good crafting bases to make +3 bows and stuff. For like +3 fire, +3 cold, +3 lightning with essences on crew bows. Crew bows don't have a stat requirement. I mean, they have like 17 dex requirement, so they're very easy to get 5 off colors on. And they're great. Rares, again, you can choose these whichever bases you want to turn on and off. Because the meta, I believe, is shifting towards life, I actually have been turning this on to pick up the armor and evasion bases, which are usually hidden through the filters. They only shows like ES bases because the current meta is ES, but I want to see the other ones, so I turn them on. technically T1 weapons. I don't want to see Void Scepters, I don't want to see Sandbars, I don't want to see Vol, Coronal Harbinger. And these are all the hybrid armor ES stuff or like good bases. I turn these on as well. Again, you don't have to, it's just preference. I don't want to see spike points. Rings and amulets are always on. Map item rules. This is kind of cool. You can like highlight special maps. So in this case, I'm going to be highlighting shaped strands because strands are amazing. So I'm going to make these teal as well. Alright, I copied. Wait, fuck. I lost my color code. Damn it. Alright, so I'll just make teal again. So this is just for shaped stranded. Every other map here will show normally. And yeah, you can hide the low tier maps. Like literally I can hide Necropolis and Cells because they're fucking terrible, but you don't have to. Again, preference. Edit appearance. So these I change the sounds on because the Exalt sound is 6 and it pisses me off to hear that every time I get a T16 plus drop or T15 plus. So I change these to 5. Again, that's preference. Do whatever you want. You can change the colors, the size, whatever you want. Out-leveled maps I want to be really small. Really small. Out-leveled maps I don't want to see, so they'll probably be hidden. Map fragments are fine. Let's see. This is the leveling section. I don't touch this at all because it's like it's set up perfectly. When you're leveling, it'll show the stuff that you want to see. You don't have to touch it. League stones, same shit. You don't have to touch. Essences, I don't touch. They're already all highlighted and whatnot. Miscellaneous rules. I turn off 5 links. Just 5 links, not 6 socket 5 links. Just 5 links. They're not worth a damn thing at all, especially in standard. After like first week of League, actually, they're not worth anything either. They're like a chaos if it's a high base, high item level, but it doesn't matter. So I turn those off. Filter modules, again, this is for animate specifically. I will be turning on ranged weapons, and I will be making them really, really hard to see. So let's go transparent. No, fuck, not transparent text. I want the text to be there, and I want it to be teal, as always. But I want the background color to be, or the border to be nothing, and I want the background to be nothing. So it just shows up as a very, like, it's a very minor thing on the screen. That'll be great. And if you're wearing cloak, which is the magic items drop identified, this is, you can wear this on the build that I'm playing. I'm not, but if you wear it, you just get way more weapons to animate with. So it's cool. 20 quality chaos recipe. This is actually a really unknown recipe. If you perform the chaos recipe with 20% items across the board, you get an extra chaos orb. So you can get 3 chaos out of an unidentified chaos recipe if they're all 20% quality. It's just like picking up 20% quality items that are also rare and also un-ID'd is like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna do that. Alright, so loot explosions. This is if you want to see literally everything. You could turn them on and just make them really tiny, but it's just like, I don't want to see all that trash. So then you can go to Loot Simulator to test what you just did. So I can turn off everything. Like say we just want to look at maps in strands. Strand is item level 78. So we can just generate loot for strand. And in this actual like thing, you can toggle things on and off. So if I click dunes and I don't want to see dunes, I can just hide the dunes. If I don't want to see shaped tier 8, I can hide the shaped tier 8s. If I don't want to see T6 maps, I can hide those. Hide the T9s. Armory, rare T7, fuck that. You can just keep doing this until you have like exactly fine-tuned to what you want. So now I'm set to only show like T10s and higher. Everything else is hidden. Like that's a T10, it's T10, shape T10, T11 pluses are fine. And then obviously if I hit a strand, it's teal. But yeah, you can just like keep mashing the generate loot button until you just know exactly what you want to see. So I want to look at currencies. This is what currencies will look like. If you're really bored, you can click this until you get a mirror drop. It's just like generate valuable loot. There's an Exalt. It takes a long time to get a mirror drop. One of my mods, Voice, he did this for a half hour until he got a mirror. It's very, very difficult to get a mirror even in this generator. What do you want? No. Gear. Same thing for if you want to generate gear. You can just like mash this button and you can toggle off the hidden items to see what you're actually hiding. So you can like sort it based on that. But you just like generate, see if you find anything cool. And it looks fine to me. That was a void battery. That's cool. Yeah, just adjust it as you go. Flasks, I don't think I'm gonna find any flasks. Okay, 20% quality flasks, unique flasks show up occasionally. Fine by me. Map fragments, these are all the nothing. I didn't touch this at all, so those are just like always gonna be the right color. Skill gems, this is only going to show like 12% plus quality, and it'll show 20% as white in background, which I think I saw one. Come on, give me 20%. There we go, 20% EK. So that's fine. League stones, I don't play League obviously, so this doesn't matter to me, but they are highlighted. Exotic currency, splinters, Brandis coins, whatnot, those are all fine. Div cards, same shit. You can toggle these on and off as you go. All of these are fine. Again, I didn't touch those. Quest items are always shown. And then you can edit the styles. Style editing is actually really cool as well. You can choose the overall style of everything. Like he has a color scheme set across the board. So if you want to adjust that, like I can adjust the actual base colors of everything all at once, which I might do at some point. I'm not gonna do it right now because it takes a long fucking time, but it's pretty cool. And then you can change all the sounds, of course, as well at the same time. And then for advanced, this is like if you are somebody that likes code and stuff like that, you can edit things manually this way, but it's just I don't understand any of this shit, so just you do that if you want. And then you just go to your code. This is the actual code that you've just created. If you like it, then you can just go to the download page and download your filter. There's also a donate button if you want to support Neversink, and there's a team. There's 3 of them. Definitely, I would recommend it if you can, and you use this all the time. Like, this is such a huge part of your game experience that, like, it affects how you play the game. It affects how the game feels and how good it is to pick up loot and whatnot. So, like, he does this for free. If you want to help him out, that's great. Do it. But then you just download it, put it in your Documents, My Games, Path of Exile folder, name it whatever you want. Demi's animate filter.filter. Save. Not gonna save. Yeah, but fuck. You know what? You get the point, right? Documents, My Games, Path of Exile. Alright, it's saved that time. So then we're good. We just go back to in-game, go to UI, go to the filters, and select the one that you just made. And then you're good to go. You've created your own custom filter. But yeah, the website will be linked in the description below. It's just FilterBlade.XYZ. FilterBlade.XYZ. Very, very cool website. I highly recommend using it. It's in beta right now. Next league, when they get all the 3.0 filter stuff, he'll be going full custom. You can make exactly whatever you want. But it's incredibly intuitive, so enjoy.